Moving on for now, the Israeli army said that it killed 3 leaders of the Islamic Jihad group in airstrikes on Gaza. According to the health ministry, in the Hamas-controlled Palestinian territory, the Israeli airstrikes left a dozen dead. Amid the escalating tensions, Israel's foreign minister has cut short his visit to India, while the Islamic Jihad group scrapped a visit to Cairo. Israel's foreign minister Eli Cohen, who arrived in India this morning, decided to cut short his 3-day diplomatic visit. He will now leave after meeting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Eli Cohen's trip is the third high-level visit by senior Israeli officials in less than 3 months. Israel's Knesset speaker to economy minister visited recently. Analysts say the high-level meeting, it's being seen as a prelude to the much-anticipated visit of Netanyahu later this year. Remember, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi became the first sitting Indian Prime Minister to visit Israel on the 4th of July 2017. The Israeli army said that it had targeted 3 leaders of the Islamic Jihad, which it considers a terrorist organization. It claimed to hit weapons manufacturing sites belonging to the group. Hitting out, the Islamic Jihad said Israel had scorned all the initiatives of mediators. The group confirmed senior officials were killed, including the secretary of the Al-Quds Brigade, Military Council and the commander of the military wing in northern Gaza. The Israeli operation came less than a week after Islamic Jihad announced a truce around Gaza, brokered with the help of Egypt. Violence surged after the death of an Israeli hunger striker in custody with ties to the Islamic Jihad. Israel and Gaza fighters have fought multiple wars since Hamas took control of the Palestinian enclave. A 3-day conflict in Gaza last August left 49 Palestinians and no Israelis dead, with Cairo playing a key role in securing a truce. A delegation from the Islamic Jihad group was due to travel to Cairo for a meeting on Thursday. The visit has been scrapped in the face of airstrikes. Moving on now, for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal has sent us this report. Listen in.
The Israeli foreign minister has cut short his India visit. He has cut short his India visit following a security situation back home, according to Israeli government. In fact, he has tweeted as well that he is cutting short his India visit. But before that, he will be meeting the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, we know that Israel has struck a Gaza Strip in which militant leaders have been killed of an organization, a militant organization. And we know that this is still a developing story. But essentially, if we talk about his India visit, he was due to travel to Agra and Mumbai as well to meet investors in Mumbai and see Taj Mahal in Agra. He is the second minister to travel to India this year from Israel, essentially focusing that how both countries have been growing their relationship and there has been strong momentum in the relationship. These visits are expected to pave way for a larger visit, the visit of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. With video journalist Sanjeet Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.
And for more on this, we're now joined by our correspondent Eli Cohen from Ra'anana, Israel. Thank you so much for joining us, Jody. What is the latest on this? Of course, we know that amid the escalating tensions, Israel's foreign minister has cut short his India visit. What can you tell us?
He has, yes. So landing in New Delhi just a few hours ago, he then heard about the operation, liaised with allies about it and decided that he would be meeting with Prime Minister Modi and then would return back to Israel to be involved in the discussions here. So we know that this strike, this operation has come after last week when Islamic Jihad fired 104 rockets from Gaza into Israel in the space of 24 hours. Israel at the time struck 16 weapons sites in response, but many people, particularly those living around the south, around the community surrounding Gaza, felt that that response was too weak. Israel is now awaiting Islamic Jihad's response. The towns near the Gaza border have been evacuated. They've opened the public bomb shelters, not just in the south now, but also in the center, in Ra'anana specifically, where I am. I'm standing next to a bomb shelter that's in the children's playground here. Trains have been suspended in the south. Hospitals are moving patients to fortified areas. And the IDF is also expected to call up several hundred reservists. We also know that the police have just said that they have foiled a stabbing attack in the old city of Jerusalem. So they're really just gearing up for Islamic Jihad's response now.
Right. Now, that being said, Jody, just for more clarity on this, how do you see the situation unfolding going forward?
So they are expecting a few days of, uncertainty, perhaps of rocket strikes. I know that the government is going to be having a security assessment. In terms of the reactions, as well as Foreign Minister Eli Cohen cutting short his visit to India, opposition leader Yair Lapid and the other opposition parties have offered their support to the government. Ultra-nationalist National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, he's supporting the government. He's stopped his boycott. Remember, he was boycotting voting with the government in protest of what he felt was too weak a response to those 104 rockets last week from Islamic Jihad. The Palestinian Authority has condemned the strikes and called on the international community to intervene. And Hamas are really saying that they and Islamic Jihad are unified in their response, which is expected to come.
All right, Jody, thank you so much for bringing us the latest on this. We will, of course, continue to track the developments closely.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.